is your father? Is he busy?
No, not at Jairus. He's still at the synagogue at this hour. It hasn't been too busy, actually. With Jesus around, there hasn't been many people.
Oh, I bet there hasn't been. This Jesus, seems to stir up quite a commotion wherever he's at.
Yeah. Must have been a tremendous storm on the sea, or he was trying to surf behind the fishing boat.
Oh, but Talitha, who is he?
Oh, that's Simon the fisherman, one of Jesus' disciples.
Oh, see. Must have been a rough night of fishing. He seems as wet as one of the fish he would catch. What do you think happened?
Well, he does look like Jonah from the Torah, but instead of catching the fish, looks like the fish caught him.
This is true.
If Jonah was in the belly of the fish for 3 days, then how long was he in there to be so wet?
Well, I wasn't in the great fish, although it sure felt like it. I mean, I'm soaked. I was taking a stroll on the H20 of Galilee.
You what?
H2O? You mean water? No one walks on water, even I know that. Once outside of the boat, you sink if you don't know how to swim. How did you really get so wet?
Did this Jesus have something to do with your stroll on the H20?
Nicodemus, my friend, Jesus had everything to do with the stroll. But before I talk about that, I need to talk about what happened before. So Jesus had just healed a man with demons in him. And I'm not talking about 2 or 3. No, I'm talking about legions. Legions, thousands and thousands of demons inside of a man. He was going crazy like, he couldn't control himself. But then Jesus spoke over him, and those demons went into a herd of swine and jumped off of a cliff.
Hi, vey! What a waste of bacon.
Well, it wasn't kosher. The swine, that is, not the demons. And there was a lady that was bleeding for 12 years. And Nicodemus, you know who I'm talking about. That woman that was bleeding from her eyes, from her nose, and from her mouth. But then, one moment I was walking with Jesus, and he stands up straight, stiff as a board, looks behind, and I look back, and that same woman, no blood anywhere. She was completely healed. It was incredible. And on top of that, that night, Jesus sent us out in the boat, and he went along with us. And then there was such a storm that was so fierce, we thought we were going to die. We went over to Jesus, we said, Jesus, wake up! Don't you know we're going to die? And then he stood up really quick, put his arms out, and said, peace, be still. And all of a sudden, all the waves, all the water were calm. Everything was silent. We didn't know what to do after that.
Could you tell me more about this stroll on the water? Give me the what, the where, the when, the why, the how. I want to know it all.
Patience, my friend. Patience.
Yes.
After
That is what the
Jesus
Lord says.
performed all of these miracles, he sent us in the boat again the day after to get away from the crowd and the confusion that was started up by all of these miracles by Jesus.
Wait. Are you a fisherman? What really happened up there? Did you fall out of the boat during a storm? Or what?
Talitha, I have seen and recorded so many of the miracles of this Jesus. But to have command over the water and the wind and the waves, it is unbelievable. Waves on the Galilean Sea can get as high as 10 feet.
Even higher, Nicodemus.
What?
15 to 20 feet even. And there I was, in the boat with the others, and we had been rowing and rowing and rowing what seemed like for hours. And then Galilee can sure stir itself up when the winds are blowing.
Yeah, my father has taken me out there when it gets rough. What was it like, Simon?
Call me Peter. That is what.
I mean, Peter.
Well, there we were in a storm. Storm at sea. There sits me in the boat with my brothers. And all of a sudden, the wind started going crazy. The boat was rocking and rolling, and the waves coming over the boat. And I look out into the sea, and I see a figure is floating. No, wait, standing out there on the water. I'm thinking that's impossible. How could something be standing on the water? But then something in me tells me to go see what that thing is. Crazy, I can't step out of a boat. But as I'm looking out at this thing, I then take a breath. And I step out. Wouldn't you know it? I look down for a moment, and I'm standing on the water.
Peter, that's impossible. You didn't sink down. You actually were standing on top of the water?
I was. I mean, at first, me and the others thought maybe this was a ghost. And we were so afraid that the boat almost turned over with all the scrambling to get away from that thing. Ghost, no! And you know how the dark can play tricks on your eyes and your faith.
Yeah, the night always scares me. That's when fears are the strongest. You can't see what's out there. My father says we must Nathan, Adonai is coming as Messiah. I must go.
There I was, standing on the water, just as if I'm standing here in the marketplace. As I stood there, wave after wave hit me in the face, and I could barely see, and I'm blinking and still trying to see that thing out there. And then I start to see a hand move toward me. It seemed like it was saying, come out here. And all of a sudden, I felt my legs begin to move. The water still coming in my face and still trying to see. But wouldn't you know it? there's me walking on the water. No, and each step was easy, and yet it had to be difficult.
No, I'm sorry, my friend. This can't be, for only a man from God. Only God could do such things. Tell me more.
Only Messiah.
What?
Messiah can do such things.
What?
The others, they sat stunned, not being able to move as the boat was rocking back and forth. And I remember my brother, Andrew, yelling to me, "Come back, Simon! What are you doing? You could drown! You're crazy!" Then, I know it's Jesus. He smiles at me, tells me, "Come closer." I start hearing the words from my brothers. And then for a moment, I look over at the waves instead of looking at Jesus, and I start feeling myself sinking. And I say, "Lord, I can't come out there any further. What if I sink? What if I die?" And then he tells me in a calm voice, even among all of the things going on, and he says, "Peter, keep your eyes on me, and you will arrive safely." So then, I saw me. Would you believe? Walking on the water toward him. And now I know he is the one I have trusted, the one I'm confiding in, the one that lives in me, that I am abiding in. And I am walking on the water.
But the storms of Galilee can be difficult at times, can they not? What kept you going?
Oh. Now, I know I have been a fisherman all my life, and I have seen some amazing, dramatic, terrifying storms on Galilee. In fact, Thomas and I have fished with James and John since we were in Rash as young lads. So I have known many storms, although none as bad as that one. I can remember my Abba telling me, "Keep a cool head. Always look around to where land is biting. Never make sure to lose sight of land." Well, Nicodemus, in that moment, I could not see land. There was no security. Nothing that my father told me. Nothing that I could have ever experienced. And the others in the boat were yelling and crying as the waves rocked and rolled the boat.
What kept it from sinking, Peter? What happened to you next?
Well, as I was walking out there towards Jesus, I stopped for a moment and thought about my brothers. I thought about that I should help them. So what do? I turn away from Jesus for only a moment. See, that's when the trouble started. All of a sudden, I felt the waves get higher. I felt myself sinking faster and faster. And I was going down. And I was like, "Jesus, save me! Please!" And as I was going deeper and deeper, I thought to myself, I'm going to die. This is it. brought out here to die. But then I look up and I see a figure standing over me. And he reached out a hand. And me, all I could, reached up to his, took it, he pulled me up out of the water. And now I know Jesus is not only a miracle worker, not only Messiah, but he is my Savior. I know that he saves. And now we're walking hand in hand on the water.
What a fantastic story. Not in the history of Israel has there been such a man as this Jesus, a miracle worker as this Jesus. I must do more investigation about him, yourself, and what he teaches. I'm starting to think that maybe he, no, dare I say it?
Yes.
No.
Dare to say it, Nicodemus. He is Mashiach, the Messiah, the one who was promised to us for years.
Rabbi, sorry to interrupt. But my father says you would be more than welcome to come to the synagogue. He would be most appreciative if you would read from the Torah this coming Shabbat.
Oh, thank you, little one. Come, Talitha, come. Let us go to synagogue right away. I wish to look in the Torah regarding Mashiach and to discuss this matter with your father. Come, let us go.
It's time for me to get going as well. I gotta get into some dry clothes before I catch a cold. Goodbye, my friend. Catching fish. Trying the best. And now I'm learning from Rabbi Jesus that I am becoming a fisher of men. My H20 Stroll taught me one important lesson. When you find yourself in the midst of a storm, whether it be really, really big or really, really small, whether it be easy or extremely difficult, keep your eyes on Jesus. And you can make it through. And not only that, when he reaches his hand out to you, simply take his hand and walk with him. And you will be amazed. Anything that you come against, he will help you out. For he has the strength, the love, the guidance to help in any situation. So don't look at your problems. Don't look everywhere else. Keep your eyes on Jesus. And then even you can walk on water. And that H20 Stroll, it goes amazing.